Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to SEN Live. It's the Sheridan Entertainment Network. Thank you for joining us here today. Sorry for a little late start. Had some things we had to deal with behind the scenes, if you will. It's a fun show today. It's a good show today. And what a crew we have. Hey, Alex, back in the building. Roxy Striar is here. She'll be with us just momentarily. Host of Mondays, the IG show, and manager of Swag. He is the Swaggy Bird. He is Winston Marshall.
Hey, guys.
And last, but certainly not least, the main man, a breakfast partner in crime, RB3. What's up, man? How are you?
Good. Happy to be here. Beautiful Tuesday.
Well, thank you.
And
thank you for
also
wishing us.
last, after the last.
Did I not say anything about you again? I forgot you? I'm sorry.
the lastest of the
lastest of the lastest. Well, look,
hey,
you're just kind of here.
It's been a morning.
Like, we know that you're always here. Like I said, like I said, like it's always it's a surprise sometimes when someone else shows up, but when you're here, we know you're here. It's when you're not here, it's a big deal.
I took a day off and I got 3 texts. Is everything okay? Are you my mom, my friend, a couple another friend?
Right.
Are you good? Are you good?
You cannot take off. You cannot take off. Okay, we have some great stuff to talk about today. A lot of news going on in the world. Some shakeups in certain parts of the industry. But the first thing that I wanted to say, and yesterday, I will say this: John Roca is the worst person in the world to tell anything to.
Why?
It's not that he deliberately just says something, you tell him, hey, don't say this, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody. It's not that. It's that his 85-year-old brain forgets that, and it's like, well, I don't know, you didn't tell me not to say anything. It's like, dude, if no one's talking about it and no one said anything, and I don't bring it up, you shouldn't bring it up.
James Slavario donated $20.
James!
Fuckers. I'm still in this piece and can't stop donating. We need more 9 Inch Nails covers sung by Brett's Impressions.
We're gonna
Elmo
do
needs to sing us a tune.
All right, well we'll talk about that in a second for sure. But no, and Roca's done this.
Agent 666 PTC donated $20.
Nice.
High five, my people. 11 days ago, my baby girl turned 6.
Woo.
Today is my beloved United States Marine Corps 245th
That's awesome.
birthday. Semper Fi. Tomorrow I turn a staggering 40 years old.
There you go.
And this month I am 13 years cancer-free.
Good for
having
you.
a good month.
What a great schmobot that was.
What
one of the best.
inspirational.
It was so nice. It was so nice and kind and loving. So let me continue to shit on Roca. So, but no, it's like, and he doesn't do it on purpose. And it's not like this is the first time he did it. There's times when there's things that we've shot with Schmodown. He'll spoil matches. He'll spoil reveals. He'll spoil all. It's like, well, I thought everybody was up. I thought it was up to everybody, right? Like, all you have to do is check. Just check.
Womp womp.
But he did it yesterday. And
what did he say?
Some people didn't know, but I want to do it properly. It's a sad yet glorious day in the world of Schmoville. For this reason, it is a glorious day because you always root for somebody when they get a great opportunity. You always root for somebody when it's someone that you like and it's a friend that is
Ramos
doing
donated
things.
$30 through Super Chat. Hey Brett, we see you. Much love.
Thank
Hello.
you. But it's always nice when your friends are doing well and they're moving on to the next stage of their career. But it stinks when you got to lose them from the show. And that particular individual that I am talking about, obviously, if you didn't see Roca's spoiler yesterday, was RB3. RB3 has been with the Schmoes No Show and has been with us for a long time. And first cut, and that started on Schmoes No.
Yeah,
so like all this stuff that he's doing and all these things he's doing. He called me the other day and he's like, "Hey, I had this opportunity, and I'm sad because I'm leaving the show." But the first thing I told him, I was like, "Look, I'm sad you're leaving the show too, but you got to go. You got to go for this opportunity, man." So he's going,
bro.
He's going, and he's going to be working. I don't know if you want to tell what position or what you're doing, but I'll leave that to you. But we're going to miss RB3. And as far as who the engineer is, well, remember I said that we were late today? I don't know. I don't know the engineer.
Start sending in your resumes through Schmobots.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Schmobot, bro.
That's right. Once we get to $3,000 on Streamlabs today, I'll hire a new engineer. But anyway, RB3
donated $30 through Super Chat. Yay, Roxy.
Oh, yay.
Oh, Roxy, do we have good news?
I did. I texted you. I think we have good news, but I mean, you guys can communicate yourselves, but there's definitely it was of good or bad news. It was good news.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happened there. We just made the announcement that the great RB3 is going to be leaving SEN, which is very sad. But yet we are thrilled for him. RB3, you want to talk a little bit about what's going on?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, yeah, I just I did get a full-time job opportunity. Is for well, I might not say right now exactly what the company's for. But I'll probably talk about it later on in the week. And yeah, it's going to be like a kind of like a producer role. All that kind of stuff. So it's, good for the career. I mean, obviously I've been part of the Schmoes No Show family for 4.5 years, since April 2016 is when I joined. And yeah, from being an intern, from the podcast to obviously it evolving into what it is now with SEN and Schmodown and all that kind of stuff. It's just it's been a real growth, and I've been happy to grow with it. And I wouldn't be in the position that I am now, like, oh my gosh, there's somebody doing gardening outside my house. But
what are you, me?
$20. Hey Roxy, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Roxy. Hey
Nice.
Roxy. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Kristian, can I get Scott Mantz telling a quick recap of the history of the Schmodown as a bedtime story to a crying baby? Oh, and Winston, to the Empire.
Yes, it's amazing. But let me ask you something. You said there was a gardener outside your window, everything?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Can you ask them if they know how to engineer?
Yeah, we just asking people off the street. Yeah.
Yes, please.
But yeah,
this must be a good job. He's already got a gardener.
Yeah. Nah. But I this has been obviously an opportunity of a lifetime, being like working on the show that I've literally been a fan of since I was like in high school, middle school, high school, and just being a part of this and being close friends with people like Kristian, like Mark, like Brett Sheridan, you know what I mean? Like all these amazing people doing the Inner Geekdom show with Winston. And I'll probably go more to like a full like proper send off, maybe Friday or something like that. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the community, all the fans, all the 95% of people. Of course, Roxy. Roxy, we're not gonna not see each other.
I love how Roxy.
One person you didn't name?
Well, no, I mean.
Well, first of all, I do a show with him currently. He just mentioned me because we just finished that a few hours ago, and he didn't say not you. He didn't go, "Yo, Brett, man, you the funniest dude I've ever seen." Like, thank God for you.
You hired him for your own show? Just wondering when.
No, I'm still a world girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still part of the crew.
It's
not.
Wow.
Well, I'm not.
Oh wait, he works on. Oh, you work on World Girls? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, no, I mean that's not. Well,
I can't defend you now.
I'm not saying goodbye to you, Roxy. So that's the thing too. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still gonna be there during the when we get back in studio, like for the actual Schmodown tapings. You know what I mean? I'll still be there for that. I'll still be around and be on everybody's show and podcast. You can obviously still find me on First Cut, which is this is gonna be my last week to promote it. So First Cut. cup.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's but yeah.
We're so happy for you, RB3. We are. Everybody in the chat's so happy for you too. We're gonna miss you, but we're really proud of you and happy for you, new crop.
Yeah, and look, and RB3 and I also talked about it. You know, we're gonna be we'll be doing. I'm in the looks right now for some new digs for the season 8 for Schmodown. And RB3 and I already talked. When we start doing live events, he's still going to be available to do those. He's still going to be around to do, you know, when we're shooting on the weekends for Schmodown.
Mario donated $20.
Thank you.
Much love to RB3. Great to see you moving on to bigger and better things. I wish I knew how to engineer a show, cause I'm sure I would be in contention for it. Love the crew.
Yeah, well, you know, you own this show right now, so so you tell me who you want, and I'll, you know, there you go. Let's be happy, obviously, for RB3. He's going to be around and be a guest whenever he wants to be, when he's able to. So we then will be looking for someone to bring on in to engineer all of our shows, because we have obviously Backstage, which RB3 will be on today. We will have the IG show with Winston Marshall, obviously. And then Backstage. Oh, I said Backstage, right? What's the other one coming up next? Which most likely will be PLD, who's already working on that show. So he'll probably do that show. But we're trying to figure it out. And before we get into the goals of today, by the way, because there's some fun things that we can potentially sing, I have something else to. And I'm really excited to talk to you about this. Brett and I were raving about it in just a little bit. But once again, everybody here gives our love to RB3. We're gonna miss him. We can't wait to spend this last week with him, make him laugh, do some crazy stuff together for our last show. So, and you guys can do that through the Schmobot also. Let him know. Give him your congrats if you want to put in any donations.
James Lavario donated $20. 2 words. Cody fucking Hall.
Yeah, Cody's got a little baby. It's hard for him from 10 to 12 to do this, so gonna be tough.
Christopher Ramos donated $30 through super chat. RB3, wow, this is a huge loss. I remember you put the old Toad Hop shows on YouTube. Your fingerprints are all this show. I love, much respect.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully you fail at your other job. What? That was mean. That was horrible.
I'm realizing we maybe misnamed the stream. I mean, instead of Big Shakeups for Fantastic Beaks,
Big Shakeups for SEN. I know, it's true. Well, we'll put Friday. See, Friday I'm gonna have to try, at least because I'm not supposed to be on the show on Friday. I might have to come in anyway and just be on, because that's RB3's last one. So, you know, we'll be giving some love. Give some love to RB3. Even if your Schmobot is about, you know, stinky farts or whatever, maybe the angle, you know, there's stinky farts going on. But by the way, we love RB3. So make sure.
Put in your best subscribe to First Cut stuff in honor of RB3. Yeah. That was one of the best beats. Where's the white women at? That was also good. Yeah. Like, give us our best. What disrespectfuls. Like, I need y'all to send in your best RB3 like memes and quotes and jokes, son, till Friday. Let's go.
Yeah. So this whole week, the rest of the week will be to honor the great RB3. But I also want to honor you guys by letting you guys know about this. This is exciting. Brett, you and I both, I don't know about you, everybody listening, but I've been looking for good deodorant forever, and I shit you not. Like, you know, you get the ones with the chemicals. The chemicals are chemicals. Yeah, but I'm not going to smell. I use the natural ones, all the natural ones that I would use. I just, okay, good, let's try it. Within an hour, I smell like an alley cat. You know, and it's like, it's horrible. However, I got to tell you, this is the greatest thing that I have ever had so far, and that the holiday season is coming right around the corner. And we are all getting into the spirit by indulging into the sights and the sounds and the scents of the season. One thing that I definitely did was I updated with Native. Have you heard of Native? The Native collection, guess what they also have? And they're going to give you a candy cane holiday scent. And I can say that I've already used it. I used it this morning. It smells wonderful. You got to. I've been using this. I used the coconut one. I even used the lavender one. That's right. I was like, I'm going to try all of them because they work. I can't tell you how much these things work. I couldn't believe it. The natural ones that you just stink after you. I told my wife this morning, I was so excited that this week I got to talk about it because I'd gotten the sample of it probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, I get to talk about native today. She's like, oh, good, honey.
I did the same thing.
Right? It's the perfect addition to your daily routine this holiday season. The deodorants, they don't just block odor better. They're made better. Native has ingredients that you've heard of like coconut oil and shea butter. It's vegan and it's never tested on animals. And it never uses ingredients that shouldn't be in deodorant like aluminum, sulfates, talc, any of that. The candy cane set, the gift set, it makes for a great gift option. I'm telling you, people are going to love this. I can tell you, I have never been more excited to tell you guys about something that you should be getting, especially, look, for all those people that I was trolling last week and I was like, this guy, he smells terrible. He won't if he uses native. It is perfect. It is risk-free to try it. Every product comes with free shipping within the U.S. plus 30 free days returns and exchanges. You got to see why so many people love native. Put me as part of one of those people who love native and check over the 14,000 5-star review. Well, it's got 14,001 or 2 actually with me and Brett here too. Please, this is something that you need to check out. Please go and check it out, and check out the Native newsletter. You can get all the updates. Here's what you do. If you want to give the gift of Native by going to nativedeo.com/SEN live. Or use promo code SEN Live at checkout, and you're going to get 20% off your first order. I guarantee you that you guys are thanking me for this afterwards. Make sure your order, you got to order it before December 7th to get your products in time for Christmas. And that's nativedeo.com/SEN Live, or use the promo code SEN Live. Brett, you love this as much as I do, right?
I absolutely love it. And I'm no joke. No matter what I used, at the end of the day, I stunk.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And I will share this story that my wife will not, we both done this, but she had one of those, it's been a bad week, like a no shower in 3 days kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I go, let me smell your pits. Nothing.
After she used native?
Yeah. She didn't even do a reapply on this stuff. No joke on this. Gonna kill me for saying she didn't shower for 3 days, but she's usually one of these everyday kind of people.
Right.
But I have to do it because I reek every single night, and I swear there's fairy dust in this or something. I was looking it up. I don't know, but
yeah. Sabrina's in the chat too, and she says she uses the coconut vanilla. Coconut vanilla is great. That's the one I started with. I started with the coconut vanilla, and then I went to the candy cane because of the holiday season, and then I was like, last night I'm like, oh, I have a third one. I'm gonna try the lavender. And my wife's like, that smells good. She goes, you smell like a lady.
That's what I was gonna ask you. So which one should I cop? Because I'm building a create your own pack right now. So I was thinking, lavender, eucalyptus, and this
dude, lemon. No, dude, try the coconut. The coconut.
Which one? Coconut and vanilla or coconut vanilla?
Coconut vanilla.
Throw one in for me. I want to try it too. I'm super scared of the.
Use the code.
With the aluminum.
No, don't use it, Roxy. I promise. I used to and I was doing that thing where I said, I'm not doing aluminum. I don't care. I got to use the aluminum because I stink. I stink if I use natural. My wife was trying to get me on natural for so long, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. This, you'll be amazed how great this is. It's great. I mean, I could do a whole freaking show, SEN Live, about native, and people are like, oh, yeah, you talk about it enough. I couldn't talk about it. You don't know how many lives I am saving. If everybody at Comic-Con used native, it would be the best experience ever. Because I'm telling you, one stripe, and you're good. Try it.
I gotta say too, before he came on today, you're really, really hyping off camera.
I love it, RB3. RB3, I love it. RB3, I love it. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna send it to you for your going away thing too. Not that you stink. I just think you need it.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Listening to men talk about things like this, though, I'm obsessed with, because this is Kristian and Brett before the show. Did you like your flavor? I love my flavor. It was amazing. It's a scent.
It's a scent. It is a scent, but it's amazing. It is. I'm telling you.
Wait, you don't lick these?
No, Native's gonna. I'm telling you, everyone listening, everyone watching on live, everyone watching on the replay, everybody listening to it on audio, you are going to thank us for this. I guarantee you're going to thank us. And it's get rid of the aluminum stuff. Get rid of it, and make your armpits smell wonderful.
There's also if you do it like when you use the SEN code, because I'm doing this right now, if you do a build-a-pack, they will also throw in a 4th mini deodorant as well. So
do it. Use the code. Did you use the code?
Oh yeah, use
that code. Use that code. Yeah. Big. All right. So that's the show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. No, we are going to do, as you have noticed over the last week, and you guys have been loving it. I've been getting all the feedback. I've been getting the messages on the Schmodown page too. You guys are loving the karaoke thing that we've been doing. So we're going to do the same thing we did last week, and we'll set goals.
Morse Code has donated $20. If there was a way to bottle up RBE's laughter and share it with the world 24/7, we'd all be in a better place.
That's
Best of luck to you. Well, all miss you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got to. I'm planning on going back once we start going on the road and stuff again next year. I'm planning on going back on the stage, and whether RB3 is working the event or not, he's going to be in the front. He's going to be in the front row. I'll tell you that
for sure.
Okay. So a couple things.
Ben we're going to donated $30.
Thank you.
Congrats, RB3, going to miss you on the show. Thank you to the whole crew. All of you help me get through my day. Subscribe to First Cut.
That's right.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ben.
Ben donated $30.
I think that's
congrats, RB3
same one?
going to.
Okay, same one. All right. So anyway, so look, this is what we're gonna do for the songs today. Because RB3 has been dangerously close, we'll set him today at 4:50. So 4:50, RB3 will sing a song. And I should probably be lower than you because I did Slick Rick, huh? Last time.
Yeah, so you did do last time. So.
I'll do Beastie Boys at 450. RB3 will be at 500. All right. We're gonna get Winston at 600 singing a song. Alex is from Hamilton. My Shot. That's a big one. So that's at 700. Roxy singing a song. The full song is at 800. And Elmo singing a song, whatever you want him to sing. A dirty version of an Elmo song is 1,000 today. So
I'm sure it'll be dirty.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do Obama rapping "Baby Got Back."
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
All right, that's at 600. That's good.
I need that.
Tim Coppermeat donated $20.
Thank you, Tim.
Congrats, RB3. I can only assume you're replacing Johnny Depp in the next Fantastic Beasts movie.
Johnny Depp.
Well, speaking of Johnny Depp, that's a big story. That's our main story here today. So, Alex, what do you got?
We talked a little bit about it on Friday, but more details on Johnny Depp's departure from the Fantastic Beasts franchise have come to light. THR says that Depp only shot one scene for the third Fantastic Beasts movie, but will still be paid out his full salary since he had a pay or play clause in his contract. They also said that technically Depp was not fired by WB, but was asked to resign after last week's UK court ruling against Depp. WB is already taking flack from the public after controversies surrounding J.K. Rowling, Ezra Millers, and others. Production is looking to replace Depp in the Grindelwald role, and the release date has been pushed back to July 15, 2022.
It's just messy. The whole thing's messy.
Yeah.
Look, at this point, look, I like I said, I'm one of the few people who like both movies, if maybe the only. But I can also call it what it is, and that maybe you just end this franchise right now. Is anybody like really calling for it? I know they're still shooting stuff, and maybe you shoot it. But the good news is that they came to the decision where like, hey, this is a little messy. Can you leave? And he's like, yeah, you're gonna pay me? Great, I'm good. I'm not gonna make any problems. I'm gonna respectfully agree, and I'm out. See you later. Cast somebody else. Maybe what J.K. Rowling should do is just rewrite it somehow that Colin Farrell comes back, and that it's actual Colin Farrell, and you could do something with Colin Farrell because he was better than Johnny Depp in the beginning of that movie anyway. I liked Colin Farrell much better. When they found out it wasn't actually him, I was like, shit, that sucks. So it's just with all that stuff, and like Alex mentioned, J.K. Rowling, Ezra Miller, all this, it's just a little messy right now. And still, there's a lot of, I don't think this is not for us to say like who did what and what's going to happen. We don't know. We don't know what happened. We're talking about the actual movie itself and the way that Warner Brothers, I think had to do what they had to do at the time. And I think there's ways around it to shoot new things and just cut the roll if they need to. Roxy, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I have a hard time talking about it with us not to say, because while I do agree that the entire situation is ridiculously messy, and I have spent, like, I'm talking about hours and weeks of my life, like, looking at every single trial video that I could find or like break down. I mean, I'm like in this thing, which is something that I shouldn't be in at all. But if Warner Brothers is making a statement that how they handle situations like this is like this, then are we to expect the same thing for Amber Heard and Aquaman?
Right.
Question.
Right.
And if not, then what, if she knows that if she has that pay or play clause, then is that something that will be brought up? Or an Ezra Miller, where's the line? And what exactly was the reason that they asked him to step away after the defamation suit that he lost, as opposed to asking some of their other players, like a J.K. Rowling, who's in the hot seat right now, an Ezra Miller, who's in the hot seat because of whatever the fuck that choking situation was, and an Amber Heard who Johnny Depp is currently suing. So it's just, there's so many moving parts to this that I'm having a hard time just being like, but what will they do for Fantastic Beasts?
Eric donated $20. Since Depp have to go from Harry Potter franchise, DC need to get rid of Amber Heard. She is just as much into all of this as Depp, if not even more so. I've seen more proof against her in all of this. If they don't do anything, you'll be confused on this.
I don't disagree with you. I think they're both involved in this thing, and Warner Brothers should wash their hands of the whole thing. I think that that's why I mentioned we don't know what happened. They certainly don't look like it's clean on both sides. I'll tell you that. So
just a little easier for them to wash their hands of Johnny Depp, who they can do exactly what you said, bring Colin Farrell back in. Like, there's so many things, as opposed to like Aquaman that makes them a boatload of money that people actually loved, as opposed to Fantastic Beasts 2. That is, like, she is.
They can write her out, though. Well, how important is she?
Sarah? They would have to recast her. They can't write her out.
Right. That's true. Or they could diminish the role a little bit too. I just think that the whole thing. I think that for me, it's less about going after one particular person. You did this. You're in the wrong. You're running a business, and both of these employees have made it really messy, really public. You have the right as a business to part ways with both of them, because the whole situation is a mess.
Yeah. And then how do we feel about, as fans of Fantastic Beasts, and not saying you like the movies, because obviously the second movie I thought was woof, but as fans of Harry Potter, how do we feel about the fact that Johnny Depp is still making the exact same amount of money? We're just not watching him.
Well, that's that he gets paid for doing the couple scenes he shot. Yeah, that's a little. I'd like to do that.
But the thing is with that's a deal that was already made beforehand. That it's like pay or play.
No, absolutely. So wouldn't we maybe rather see him play if he's getting paid anyway? Wouldn't you rather see him work for the money? I don't know.
I think. Look, I still think that
Tumbling to Nada donated $20. They can recast nothing against JD, but he was not a perfect fit for Grindelwald.
Agreed.
Congrats RB3, the ACA cousins will miss you. How you doing, Roxy?
How you doing, Roxy? But that's what I'm saying, though, Roxy, is do I think that he still could have done it? Yes. And could they still have just finished up because they're paying him? Sure. But like, that's my point with Warner Brothers, where both of this is just like both Heard and Depp. It's just been so loud, so messy, so bad for if you're Warner Brothers, just let's just wipe our hands of both right now. Yeah, we'll just pay him out, just pay her out, and let's move on. But that's to say, I agree with the last guy who put in the Schmobot, though. I don't think that Amber Heard should just get away with this, and so she's just there's clearly a lot more going on than what meets the eye.
Well, that's why that's just my whole thing. Like, I agree. I think they should cut ties with both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I'm not as versed on the case, honestly, so I don't know all the details. Maybe that other people know, but at least from an outsider kind of perspective, it looks like there's a lot of wrong on both sides. So I think cut ties with both, cut ties with Ezra Miller, cut ties with J.K. Rowling, and like I said on Friday's show, make the Fantastic Beasts, finish that franchise out on HBO Max. Just have it completely be like maybe a trilogy of movies on HBO Max, or maybe a miniseries or something like that. But don't let it be like the J.K. Rowling show anymore, and just have people who enjoy Harry Potter still enjoy Harry Potter, but from other creators, and double down on the cursed child play and the video games and all these other ulterior stuff that's not J.K.
Roxy's been saying it. Roxy's been saying this. Well, I mean, J.K. Rowling stuff I still too, but Roxy's been saying this from the beginning, back in Collider Live. I think HBO Max should jump on a Hogwarts series or a Harry Potter
1,000%
series, something like it's like jump on that, make a series.
Wild that they haven't. It's
I don't know,
strange.
Crazy that they're all the chips are in the Fantastic Beasts, and I think that they could really do something special with the series.
I just think you gotta, as multiple people have said at this point, and it's kind of the same thing that ended up happening and looking kind of crazy with the James Gunn situation. You got to keep the same energy. So if you're dropping Johnny, you need to drop Amber, you need to drop Ezra, you need to consider finding a way to diminish JK's role, because
there's difference. So Winston, I got to just not necessarily push back, but the difference is here with JK and with JK and even Ezra, right? Because the Ezra thing's weird because we really don't know all the details about everything that happened, right? We really don't know all the details. It certainly doesn't look
details.
We don't, right. That's the thing. That's the thing. There's no details. So I'm not on the case of just fire him. Why? Because that's the same thing. Like, why? We don't know. I don't know enough details on it, right? The same thing.
Sure.
J.K. Rowling, and there's other conversations that we've had, that you guys have talked about.
Remember, firing Ezra means firing him as the Flash as well.
Right.
And
we got to be careful with just firing people and getting rid of people right away if we don't have all the details too. And I know that, and we haven't really, in the whole stuff that went down, and I'm not going to go hold this discussion with it because RB3 and I have talked about this offline too, of everything that like the whole Gina Carano situation with like Mandalorian, right? And stuff with like J.K. Rowling and stuff that she's saying. Do I agree with what these people were saying or what they were potentially doing? I think J.K. Rowling more so, to be honest. I think she was very insensitive, and comments that were being made were not conducive to love, not conducive to change, not conducive to a lot of different things. Being fired on opinions and things of that matter, it's a trickier situation. It's a trickier situation, and especially someone who's a creator of all this stuff too. Do you have to like her opinions? Do you have to support her decisions? No. Firing someone on different opinions sometimes very tricky to do. Behavior, certain things that are going on, like potential domestic abuse, or all those types of things, stuff that's public like that's bringing down your brand, bringing down your stuff that inside of the court. That's when it becomes a little bit more like, I don't know, it's happened before. There's things being thrown, there are people being hurt. It's a different
Kristian,
situation.
At what point is your opinion your behavior? Because it's not like J.K. Rowling had this opinion and decided, okay, I'm going to keep this to myself. Her behavior was, I'm going to continue to tweet about this. I'm going to write stories about this. So
I agree with you. Yeah,
is that behavior at that point?
It's a matter. Well, that comes down because I agree with you, Roxy. It's like it's at how much is too much, right? Yeah. But the question is then, has she been spoken about, right? Has she, like, what necessarily, like, all the things that are lined up? Because we all know that there are things that she said that we don't agree with. Can we all cite exactly what was said, how it was said, what was, really breaking it down? It just becomes tricky when people are putting out particular opinions, but you can choose to break ranks with people should you choose, right? You just gotta be careful.
I agree with you in that. I guess what my thing is, though, I just need to not have this selective hearing. If you're not going to say part ways with JK or with Ezra or anything, give me a statement. What the fuck happened with Ezra? What was that? Don't pretend like it didn't exist. We all saw it and we all are asking. So to give us the results of your investigation and let us know, you know what? We found out he knew the person. It was
Sean
a joke.
Carter donated $20. Shit, I parts with nothing, you'll be frontin' me give my heart to a woman? Not for nothing never happen, it'll be forever mackin' heart cold as assassins. I got no passion, I got no patience, and I hate waiting. Ho, get yo unicorn in and let's ride.
that.
All right, we do have a lot of other things though that we got to talk about though. So we got, but you guys obviously put your comments in there, whatever you want to talk about. I also a reminder to you all that once again we are going to do the karaoke today. The big prize today is Elmo singing whatever dirty song you want him to sing.
Yeah, and people shouldn't get canceled for that if somebody asks them to do a dirty Elmo.
A dirty Elmo, right?
Come on,
dirty Elmo.
Or
Elmo.
an extremely racist John Voight, singing Closer by Nine Inch Nails. I mean, come on, people.
Come on. Roxy's at 800. Alex is going to sing from, if we hit 700, Alex will do My Shot from Hamilton. Winston Marshall. What'd you say? Obama
doing Baby Got Back.
Why was I going to say back that booty up? I don't know why I was going to. Was that even a song?
Back that ass up. Yeah, you were close.
That ass up.
Yeah, that was the PC version.
Yeah, RB3 is at 500. I'm at 450. So there you go, everyone. I might switch out though if we actually do because I can't do it again. Beastie Boys.
I think Roxy's got mad rhymes. Why had you do it not as Yoda? You killed that. Your flow was great. I think Roxy needs to do something.
I don't know what though. You guys let me know. Let me know.
What's next?
Next on news, we got, where are we going? Jordan Peele has announced that his third film will get a July 15, 2022 release date. Universal Pictures will open the movie against Fantastic Beasts 3. Peele will write, direct, and produce the movie, and of course, story details are under wraps. Us brought in $255 million with a March 2019 release, and Get Out pulled in $176 million with its February 2017 release. Kristian, what do you think of this summer release date?
I think that Jordan Peele's becoming one of those directors that it starts to become like an event when his movies come out. There are very few, like Ellis and I used to talk about this all the time, where it used to be about the movie star. The movie star was the person who drove box office and all that, and then there's a few directors. I mean, you can't count the COVID era, but Nolan is one of those guys event wise. Tarantino is one of those guys. Obviously Spielberg, we know for sure. And I think now Jordan Peele is certainly becoming that type of director. When he puts a movie out, it's his name. You're like, oh, the new Jordan Peele movie's coming out. That doesn't happen often. It used to be back in the day. Oh, the new Tom Cruise movie's coming out. Oh, the new Will Smith movie's coming out. That doesn't happen often. Now it's Will Smith's in a movie. What's it about? Tom Cruise in a movie. Oh yeah, what's it about? Is it Mission Impossible? Okay, I'll go see it. But with directors, it's the new Nolan movie, the new Tarantino movie, the new and now it's the new Peele movie. So this is because it's the new Peele movie. I don't care what it is. He's doing really well right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. RB3, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I loved Get Out, obviously. I loved Us. Where's that book? I still have that book. Oh, here it is. I have a book from Us. I think you gave it to me, Kristian. This book.
Oh yeah. I did.
Yeah. It's like all the artwork and all that kind of stuff. I love showing this thing off.
Yep.
So I'm a big fan of that movie, and I'm a big fan of Jordan Peele in general. It's funny. I was just watching Key and Peele the other day, and man, what a career switch, man! Because this dude was making some goofy, like there's some goofy
slap
jokes,
ass,
especially.
slap ass, slap ass.
And he's up there on the Oscar stage taking it. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's the biggest glow up I think of in Hollywood. So I'm excited to see whatever he does next. They say, he said his first 3 are going to all be like social horror films. So, Get Out explored race. I feel like Us explored a lot about class and society. So I'm curious about what this third one's going to explore. So.
Winston, what do you think?
I mean, I feel like the man walks on water. Like he is, even for all of the flaws that Us had, because it had some that we could talk about. But you also know that Get Out was his pet project. So like, you know what I mean? He'd been working on that for years and years and years, which is why it was so flawless. Us was still phenomenal. And everything else that he's put his hands on, even just as a producer, has still had a certain je ne sais quoi that you're like, damn, this was really well done. Yeah, bringing that French for you. That's how you know it's serious. But I'm excited about anything that I hear that his name is attached to. And I to be honest with you, though, I respect anybody that like you've switched fully over to directing, to producing, whatever. I miss him as an actor. And so anytime I hear like, oh, he did a voice for this, oh, he did a bit role for that, I'm like, oh. So the only thing that would make me happier is if he was making a new film, and then he didn't have to be the lead, but he just was in it, I would make me so happy because I think he's a phenomenal performer too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, and I think that this is Roxy. Going back to what I was saying though about how his movies are starting to become like events. Do you agree with that?
I do. I think that this is a really nerve-wracking position for directors to be in now, because it's like, how does he not at some point have something that people don't love? This is like the problem with when we get to directors that we're obsessed with, which I'm obsessed with Jordan Peele at this point. Like anything he creates, I'm watching. I can't wait for. And same thing with like a Taika Waititi. Like I think we feel this way, or even a James Gunn. We feel this way, and we're so obsessed with them. Patty Jenkins. And it's like, if they have one movie that comes out that's like mediocre, we're all like, have they lost it? Have they lost their charm? Right. Is it gone? But I feel like we don't have that same thing with actors, really, because actors are doing so many more projects. Directors are just attached for so much.
Well, look at Shyamalan. Look at Shyamalan, right? I mean, you look at what Shyamalan did for his. They were calling him the next Spielberg when he was coming out, and he was doing these big movies, and then he was kind of he had to do the twist. If he didn't do the twist, then it wasn't a Shyamalan movie. And then he puts out Lady in the Water and The Happening, and it's like, oh, he's over, and now he's had a comeback. So we love comebacks, and so does. But what we also love is to see people just kind of crushing it. Jordan Peele's been crushing it. Nolan has been crushing it, right? Affleck was crushing it up until that one hiccup that he had. What was the last movie?
Live by Night, which I liked.
Live by Night.
I liked that one.
I was bored to tears by that movie, but I also think that it was during a very rough time in Ben Affleck's life.
Yeah, so and alcohol and all that.
Yeah, he was. So that was a tough go. So the movie was fine. It wasn't like, oh, this is terrible. I just found it to be dull, especially compared to the other three movies. I actually think that Gone Baby Gone is his best. It's my favorite on Affleck. But
speaking on Jordan Peele too, I mean, his movie work is amazing. His TV work, some people consider it so or whatever, but I really enjoyed Lovecraft Country, and I also really enjoyed Hunters all the way up until the very end.
Yeah, me too.
But good call. And even
Twilight Zone, didn't he do that?
I didn't see Twilight Zone. That's the only thing. People don't like Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zone. So
All right,
Christians, to what you said though, we don't even know what this movie is, and everybody's psyched about it. I mean, that's just proves your point that just a director that's killing it. People check it out.
Well, because he's done the same thing that even though Nolan, his brother usually writes it, but Tarantino, right? He writes and directs his own stuff, and that's like a two-parter there, to where it's like, all right, well, he's writing and he's bringing his vision to life. It's a new project that he's done. So he's got a voice for a lot of different people. So the fact that he's out there he's just making some really different, fun, creative choices. So yeah, I'm excited to see what this is.
And he's allowed to, because he was given that blank check from Universal, so they can.
That's right.
Do whatever you want. And
that's right. After you have a movie. It was similar. It was similar to what happened with like Shyamalan, right? Like Shyamalan came out when you're that type of director, and you're like, well, here's my first movie, and people just eat that shit up the first time. Yeah, they're going to give you that so-and-so blank check. All right, Alex, what else we got?
All right, next we got Liam Neeson. He's back at it again.
Why?
This time in a remake of an acclaimed Spanish movie named El Desconocido. The movie, which sounds to me like a hybrid of Collateral, Speed, and Phone Booth, will follow Neeson as a businessman who discovers that a bomb has been planted in the car he's driving in with his family by an unknown assailant who threatens Neeson to execute a series of commands throughout the day, or the bomb will be detonated. Nimrod Antal, director of 2010's Predators, is set to direct the movie.
Yo, Alex, for half a second, I thought you said they had an Obama in the car, and I was like, what does that even mean?
That's a much different movie.
Yeah, much different. This is a movie that it seems like every other movie that he's done over the last like 5 or 6 years. Now, the thing is, you still have that curiosity of like, oh, is this going to be another one that he kicks ass, and then it's really great, and then normally it's not, but you're still like, it was fine. It's the same movie that he's done over and over and over and over again. I'm still interested in seeing it, For some reason, I still think that he's believable, even though he's got to be 65 years old now. But whatever he is, he's still believable for some reason because he has that kind of. This is all trailer. This is all you could hear that it's great. You could hear it's a flying shit bomb. But Roxy, what do you think?
I just wonder what I want to see from him from this like second half of the career. Like what am I looking for from him at this point? Because I'm with you. There's something about him that's got that like that I'm like, I believe it. You could kick my ass any day. Like, right. And I mean that.
I'll never do that to you.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for from him. Like, am I looking for him to transition to like little old grandpa? Because I don't think so. I just don't know what I want from him right now.
Yeah. What do you think, Brett?
I think it sounds like you said. It sounds like it's going to be really super fun, or just a shitbox. I mean, of course, it's basically just speed in a car. But I think that stakes. I mean, not that Keanu didn't care about the people on the bus that much, but if you add family to it, the stakes are a little higher, I would say, Yeah. And hopefully they do a throw to Speed, and he hits some stroller with some cans in it.
Yeah, you love that. You love that reference. I watched that the other day. The cartoon we did. They're only cans.
They're only cans. They're only cans.
That's right. There is another story out there that wasn't in the actual notes. And that is the WandaVision thing. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is an interview that Paul Bettany and Ms. Olsen did about the show, and here it is.
Better than it was. It is even better than it was pitched, and it is even more complicated and fun and interesting and playful than I could have ever imagined this job being.
That's from Entertainment Weekly's video that they have up on there.
I got a call from Kevin saying, "Can you come in and see me at Marvel?" And I went, "Oh, I'm getting the can."
We're done with.
I'm getting the can, and he's going to be nice and generous and sweet about it. But I'm getting. And then he pitched this totally bonkers TV show.
I've always been hungry to lean into the comic book stories that we're leaning into in this show, and I didn't know if I'd have the opportunity to explore it, which is the reason why I wanted to be a part of the Avengers to begin with. When Joss asked me to, he said, look at these comics and tell me if you are interested. And those specific comics are the ones that Feige said, this is what our show is going to be about for WandaVision.
Oh, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot more. You can go out to Entertainment Weekly and go watch. It's like a 5-minute video that they have. But there's this whole entire thing about the actual show itself. Ooh. And it just says that Marvel prepares to take over television with WandaVision. And there is, this 50s era clothing and all this other stuff. And I've made it pretty clear as far as what I've seen so far in the trailers. I'm in the minority. I get it. I'm not excited about this show in the slightest. There's nothing about it so far that has really got me too pumped to see it. Am I going to watch it? Yes. Do I think that is a possibility that, oh, wait a minute, I didn't really read what this show was the whole way through. I understand the tone better. I think that's probably what will happen. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe they just go. From the way that they posed this show, the trailers and the marketing so far, it hasn't hit me. It just hasn't reached me yet. I know that I'm definitely not in the majority on this.
Well, I think to me this quote is reassuring to me because I think my slight hesitation with the show, I thought, because I love shows like Legion, love shows like Doom Patrol, love shows that are heady and confusing and incorporate the superhero stuff. But, I was kind of worried that this might be a little more Disney-fied. This might be a little more Marvel-fied, might be a little more simple. But I like the fact that, Elizabeth Olsen is talking about that this is more complicated than she expected it to be. It came out better than they pitched it to be. That's all like more reassuring to me. So I get most excited. And I think this is the perfect show to kick off the new Marvel TV stuff. So
I'm sorry, I did see something. I pulled a Roxy and caught a comment in the chat that I think is the best comment I've seen all day. It says, "Oh no, let's cancel Irish Christian before it gets going." I did that. I did a horrendous accent. No one called me out on it. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I was like, okay, no one said anything about it at all. And this guy goes, let's get before it even starts.
Bro, it was more.
Oh, okay, nice. Now we're going to try. What are you going to do? Community.
Bro, I thought you did it shitty on purpose. That's why I didn't say anything. I thought that was
It just my voice bailed on me halfway through it. That was incredible. That comment was awesome. Oh, it was so good. That was so good. Let's get rid of this fucking. Don't.
Santoyo donated $20.
Oh, that's
Yo,
good.
Roxy, I got you. Cause she's watching wrestling, creaming over tough guys, listening to rap metal, turntables in her eyes. It's like a bad movie. She's looking through me. If you were me, then you'd be screaming, "Someone shoot me!"
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. So, make sure. By the way, we're getting close here to our first goal. And if you guys know, if you've been watching this show, we get to a certain amount. We set it at levels, and that's the person who's going to take us out via song. I'm at 450 today. RB3 is 500. The 600 goal is going to be Winston singing Obama, "Back That Ass Up."
Baby got back, bro.
Close enough. And then
completely different song.
Pretty different. And then Alex is going to sing "Fiddler on the Roof," and after that, we're going to have Roxy at 800 singing AC/DC, and at 1,000. No, well, we should be singing something. At 1,000, Elmo is going to slap his ball bag out on the table and sing about Rudy Giuliani. I'll tell you what. By the way, did you guys talk? Look, we're not going to go politics. But we can't not mention the Four Seasons thing. I don't know, did you guys talk? I mean, it's not even the fact that whatever might have happened, and they booked it on purpose to try to get a different feel, or they didn't, or whatever it might be. Did you watch the interview? It was everything I needed it to be in order to carry out. But I've been quoting this around the house because it's like, wait, who said that? Who said it? Wait, what? Wait, who called? Oh, the networks. Oh, the networks? Oh my goodness! If the networks called it, then you know what happened? Oh my goodness! The networks? If you believe everything that the networks said, listen, my dear, this is unbelievable. He's turned into Vincini from Princess Bride. He's like, oh, this is inconceivable. The networks. That's what I've been quoting around the house. Idiots. The networks. Do you think we're fools? Oh, but he throws his. He's so cartoonish and dramatic. It's amazing. He's like, oh my goodness, the networks. And I hate to do this because I do like, and I've said it before, Kate McKinnon's impression of him was terrible. It was terrible. Terrible. Yeah. She just did the same. She did the same thing she does with every other character. I was like, oh, come on. How do you not do the lisp? I can't even get a what? The networks. Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, they had to call it true. It's inconceivable. Networks. The networks. Someone made the best comparison. They said that outside of that Four Seasons lumberyard, it literally looked like the Penguin was screaming at Gotham that he was going to make them pay. The networks, I'll blow them all up. I'll blow up all the networks. Oh well, if the networks called it, then it had to be. I remember my time back in the day with the networks that chose the governor, not the people that got in the networks. Oh my goodness! The networks.
I like this Christian impression.
The networks. Roxy, of course. I mean, listen. If you want to do a private interview, I'll be sure to. Afterwards, you want to get me a bottle of Chardonnay? I can show you how to properly adjust my ball bag on camera. Lord Jesus.
Oh, amazing.
Jesus has nothing to do with this.
That's just my favorite part of the whole thing is just knowing there's some intern, some poor intern or some poor staffer who was like, who they told to call the Four Seasons. And
Did you see that girl? Did you see that girl?
Rush_3 would donated $20. The other thing about the Four Seasons that was hilarious, it was next to a crematorium and a kitten shop.
Dildo shop.
Dildo shop. Well, did you guys see the video? Did you see the video of that one girl who reacted to it?
No.
Oh, I gotta show you the reaction to it.
Reacted to what part?
It's the fact that they booked it wrong. Let me find it, and I'll play the actual video because it's incredible. I don't know what this girl's name. She's a TikTok star, but I saw it, and I'm gonna share the video and the audio because, again, like I said, the guy's just such a cartoon. He's just such a cartoon. The networks. It's so fun to say. I'm telling you, just like if someone says like, it used to be all about right now it's all about Netflix and Amazon, but it used to be about the networks. It used to be about the networks. Here it is. All right, I got this video. So this girl, I don't know what this girl's name is, but I'll see if you guys have seen this. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch. It's really, really funny. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Give me a moment. Oop, and turn this thing off. So, yeah, I saw it. The Fashion Girl. Her name is Fashion Girl. Oh, really? All right. Here is this video.
Hotel, and then
can you guys see this and hear this?
Yeah.
You guys, I know it's been a long day, but I really don't like that we're breezing over the fact that yesterday Trump said they were holding a huge press conference at the Four Seasons Hotel, and then they accidentally it's called Four Seasons Total Landscaping, and Rudy Giuliani
Kristian, that's not even my favorite one. My favorite one is that apparently there's a VR world. There's a VR world that a bunch of furries are now meeting outside of the Four Seasons Total Landscaping. It's like a whole thing in the VR world that all the VR furries have just shown up to this fucking place.
After a quick stop at the kitten shop.
Yeah, because there's a porn shop right next door, bro. And then they walked over.
Wait, what? Porn shop? The porn shop? Where's the porn? The network. I'll tell you, someone who's not gonna, guys. Who's not gonna put on this conference? It's the networks. The networks would never put on this conference because they don't want to know the truth. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! The networks. The networks.
My God,
people are just stupid, man.
Oh my God! But it's so. I was crying. RB3. It was just like I kept that. My wife was just like I get her to laugh every time she's in a bad mood. I just go the networks.
My favorite part of the whole thing was Trump tweeting.
Love that.
My favorite part was Trump tweeting press conference at the Four Seasons and then deleting it 2 minutes later.
Networks. Who booked this place? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. It'll look like we're down and gritty and getting our hands dirty. And even the networks will have to cover it. The networks.
What do you think happens on Four Seasons landscaping side? Do you think they were like, we're not
now?
No. Before you think that when Trump people called, they must have known that that's not what they were trying to do.
Why would you say a word?
You go, yeah, we are happy. We are happy to take your money and your publicity. And I guarantee you, ain't no bad press in this regard. They're like, hell yeah, we had Trump's last press.
It's either one or two things. It's either they support it and go, yeah, man, don't say shit. Or it's like, Yeah, we're good. Come on, and we'll give you free water with cucumbers in it. Come on. But either way, and then they're laughing, or they're going, "Oh, you see, Giuliani was outside. He's promoting the shop, and then the dildos are going off the shelves now." And that works. They think that they really pull one over old Rudy's eyes. They think that because I was out here in front of a dildo shop and landscaping that I wouldn't get my point across. No, it's not covering the real message. The networks are not covering it. Oh my goodness. It's all about the networks. The networks. It's like fucking an Emmer Bud. Networks. I'm telling you, say it to yourself, like, just randomly. It's so, I don't know what it is. It's just so therapeutic. It's so fun to just sit there and go, the networks.
Do you have the kids doing it now? Are they?
No, not my kids, but my wife is like, she's just like, because even though at one point I was doing it so much, she's like, all right, that was probably the thousandth time that you said it. And then I did it again. She's like, so stupid. She laughs every time because I showed her the actual video. She let me see the video, and she's like, let me see if you're really putting drama, how much drama you're putting onto it. She's like, oh my God, it's so accurate. It's scary because he's just like, oh my goodness. That works. If the networks called it, then it must be true. The networks. I love that everybody in the chat room is writing NETWRTHASTH. Networks. 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 I'll be running again before you know it. People are going to wonder why old Rudy decided to get back in the race. And the reason why is because for the corrupt networks to never get their hands on Rudy's ball bag again. One man can't adjust his pants in a room with a woman with no cameras on, supposedly. And it's all innocent. I could be in there adjusting my ball bag and ass crack anytime I want. Oh my goodness!
I just take out my ball bag and I feel like I'm naked too.
God, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's Rudy.
Fucking Rudy. Anyway, let's get to the next one.
All right. Let's talk about A Quiet Place, the franchise. Jeff Nichols, director of Mud, Midnight Special, and Loving, is set to direct a spin-off of A Quiet Place. John Krasinski directed the first two installments of the franchise, set in a post-apocalyptic world in which creatures with heightened hearing use sound to devour humankind. A Quiet Place Part 2 was supposed to open on March 20th of this year, but will now release on April 23rd, 2021. Kristian, what do you think of the directing choice?
His directing choice is fine. I just don't. I think it's too soon to start doing prequels and spin-offs to this franchise yet. We don't even know how the sequel did. It could have just been a one-hit wonder. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will be. It could do very well, but I always say hold off before you start making a whole bunch of spin-offs and franchise connections and all this stuff before we don't even know. It's one movie that did very well. You do a second movie, you do a third movie that's very well. All right, let's spin it off now. I don't know. Does anybody else think that this is a good idea?
I don't know, because I'm with you in terms of the fact, especially about this premise, that I didn't watch it and think to myself, I have to know the rest of this universe. Mm-hmm. Especially because of the quiet element of it all. Yeah. But they must have a lot of confidence. Obviously, that movie is more than ready. It was supposed to come out on the 20th of March this year. So they know what the movie is. They've probably done tons of testing on it. They probably feel really confident about it. And the fact that John Krasinski is producing this makes me know it has his blessing. It was his concept originally. So at least he's involved in the project. It could be great, but I don't know why they're announcing this now. Probably, for lack of better words, boredom. What are they doing during, John Krasinski probably all right, I'll come up with a sequel thing to this because I'm in a pandemic. So maybe it's relevant.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, RB3?
Yeah, I mean, I too think, it is a little early in the franchise. We've only seen one movie and they have 2 movies down. So it kind of gets me curious to see where they're going to take the universe, but I could see them following another family. I could see them following maybe the beginnings of this whole thing, because there was a big time jump in the first movie, and maybe this is a story that explores that time jump a little bit. Either way, I'm excited for Jeff Nichols. I think he's a great director. I love Midnight Special, and I think this could be a really interesting direction for this franchise.
It could be. It's a good choice for sure. As far as director goes, I just don't know if that's the way to go, but we'll see. Garth McMurray says Giuliani would not last long in A Quiet Place.
No,
that's very true. What's that sound?
Did you hear that?
Do you hear that? Really loud. Was that a spaceship? What is that? No, the aliens? We can't say anything? Oh, they want to silence us. Oh, I'm dead. Someone said I got them saying networks in their head now. Good.
The networks.
The networks. All right, let's get, is that everything? Those are all the big stories, right?
Those are all the big ones.
Those are big stories. All right, so listen, we have more things to do
Not
here.
the Hardy Boys? Oh,
now we'll get into this. Streamlabs.com/the Schmodown, guys. We're going
James
into
Slavario donated $20. Can we call out Roxy for saying she thinks lisps are sexy? And for that person in the chat asking, say your piece about the Baby Yoda clip. I think Yoda should argue with Elmo.
Oh.
Okay. So I know what both
donated
those.
$25.
Oh, thank you,
What
Ballback.
up, Sen crew? Because of work I don't get to check out Live often and wanted to send some support. Can I get RB3 Roker as a police chief telling old man Winston and drunk Brett they're off the case? Have a great day.
Yes. So the first one, I guess, is Mance recapping Schmodown history.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll do that one, then we'll get into this next one. Alex, just make sure you keep a hold on what those impressions are. But
yes.
And
all right, everyone. Scott Mance here, and I am ready. Why? Because the Schmodown, yes, it started in a little basement at AfterBuzz. And what happened next? Trivia. Movie trivia. Yes, you got it. Yes. John Roca. Yes, he has a cowboy hat. And who beat him? Mance. The Mance Man. Yes. Movie release dates. That's all I got.
That's the baby, right?
That's the
Put
baby.
the baby to sleep.
That's it.
And one more thing, if you didn't know, the networks.
Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice, Winston. That's right. You got it. Yes.
That was Scott Mance doing an impression. That was Kristian doing an impression of Scott Mance doing an impression of Rudy Giuliani.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Alex, what did it ask? They asked me 2 questions about what? One more time.
Lisps.
Okay. I think lisps are sexy. That's kind of the whole explanation of that.
Oh, Roxy, set something up with my secretary. She'll be very. Oh my goodness, Roxy's coming in and likes people with lisps.
I don't think that is sexy. I think that's like
it's like a light lisp.
I do. And then in terms of I've been getting so many fucking questions about this since you posted the video, Kristian. Why did I turn to Brett and say, "Are you serious?" when he said he wanted a Baby Yoda movie?
Right.
I know why, because you had the inside scoop and you thought that I got your intel. That's what I figured out.
Here's, as you guys know about me, I am like one of the most literal people that has ever existed. I was asking Brett if he was serious. I wanted to know. Brett is somebody who jokes all of the time. I wanted to know if Brett was being serious. So I said, Brett, are you being serious? Because I could not fucking tell if he was. That's why I asked, because I didn't know. I didn't know he was serious. So I asked, are you serious?
Why'd you say that?
I think that I explained it as, and that was early on, I think, in our relationship. I think that was might have been pre trip to the airport, where you weren't quite sure.
I said, why would you say that? Because I didn't know why you were saying that. I didn't know. That's what it was. Why would you say that? I was like, I have no idea why he's saying this. Is he saying this because he actually wants this? Is he making a joke? Does he know something's happening? I just said, why would you say that? I didn't he was talking about a Baby Yoda movie, like of Yoda as a baby in a movie. I said, why would you say that? Because I didn't know why he was saying it.
It's a great idea.
I think it's like a completely like reasonable question for me to ask. Oh, why did you say that?
Completely reasonable. Completely reasonable.
What, Kristian?
Nothing. I actually, as I was saying that, I was like, it sounds condescending, but I'm serious. But although it does completely unreasonable. It's reasonable, completely unreasonable. It's completely reasonable for you to be unreasonable whenever you want to be reasonable about it.
And Kristian just straight up said, "No, you don't."
Yeah, I stand by that because you were talking we were talking about a Yoda movie. Yoda movie, you don't need it, but a Baby Yoda, like when you said it, then you're like, I don't want to hold one. I was like, oh, I understand that. So that's like because that's ultimately what
really
became.
Wanted to know why did you say that?
Why'd you say that? Being reasonably unreasonable to be reasonable.
How many people have tweeted at me being like, why did you go jump down Brett's throat about this?
I didn't. That's don't do that.
Well, Brett, remember, you know this, Brett, and you guys at home know this. Brett and I had an interesting relationship at first.
Of course. Because you didn't know when I was joking or when I was being serious.
And now I do. To know Brett is to love Brett.
That's right.
Yeah, see?
All right, listen. So here's where we are right now, just to give you a wind down, everybody. We're about $100 away from me singing a song. We're $150 away from RB3. And so there you go. That's the first two goals for you guys to hit. Like I said, I'll probably do Beastie Boys and RB3. What are you looking at today?
Oh, man. I might just have to go back to Over Reliable, 50 Cent in the club.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ben, and the big
tracks for you?
The big song for Elmo singing a dirty song is at the 1K prize today. All right, Alex, let's get to streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. We have a bunch of questions yesterday that we didn't get to. I don't know why that happened. John Roca, you're on watch. And we will make sure that we get all those questions done here today and super chats and all that. Here we go. What do we got?
Yeah, the stream did cut off early, so we weren't able to.
That was my bad. That was my bad.
Okay.
Justin Square. I think we left off on this little tongue twister here. So let me try this again. Justin Square has sent in 33 thirsty thundering thoroughbreds.
Sably donated $100. A guy is sitting at the doctor's office. The doctor walks in and says, "I have some bad news. I'm afraid you're going to have to stop masturbating." "I don't understand, doc," the patient says. "Why?" "Because the doctor says, I'm trying to examine you."
That patient, Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it. All right, so right now, because of that huge donation, thank you so much. $6 away from me. And now we are at a big $56 away from RB3 singing a song. So there you go. Like that very much. So thank you guys so much. And now we get to these questions. Alex, hit that motherfucking shit.
All right, let's try this again. 33 thirsty thundering thoroughbreds stumped Mr. Thurber on Thursday. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure, and if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Damn it! Then she sells seashore shells. Okay.
One more time?
Yeah.
That's good.
Slavario donated $20. When are we getting the Schmodown Entertainment Neckworth shirts?
Networks!
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I didn't think about that. Have you guys tuned in to what? What is it called? Oh my goodness! It's called the Schmodown Entertainment Networks. What's on all my movies is a good one. The movie trivia Schmodown. Oh my goodness! What's next on this Schmodown Network? Geekdom show. What kind of geek you think I am? Oh, Superman. I love Superman and Spider-Man. Networks. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, watch the clip back when he does this. Oh, my goodness. All right. Alex.
Queeper Sutherland says, loved how there was an intro from Dave Chappelle for the Uncle Ben bit because it reminded me of a Chappelle show bit. I just feel like the Uncle Ben skit was something that was from his mind. Man is a genius.
It was so fucking funny.
It was hilarious, but that was what was sad to me is the rest of the episode I thought was terrible.
Oh my God.
But I thought
so good.
But I thought the episode?
Yes.
He was in SNL. He was in like 2 sketches. He was in the Uncle Ben one, which was amazing. His monologue was amazing.
I'm with Winston on that. I think that although you know which one was kind of funny too was the Beck Bennett one where he said the short film one when he came was like, "Sorry, baby, I'm so sorry," and he's like, "Oh, I was on weed. You were doing weed. I was on coke. You did coke."
Okay, that one was. But that overall, that episode
are always so good.
Yeah.
Like they fucking nailed it.
Wait, who was the guest this week? I can't remember.
And the guest was Kate McKinnon doing Rudy Giuliani. That was
that wasn't.
That was terrible.
I didn't like that one.
It was terrible.
You guys are all trash.
Why? It wasn't a good impression.
For what reason? Give me a reason why I'm trash.
Roxy, I'm with you. Roxy, I'm with you on Weekend Update. I'm with you. The Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Oh, Michael Che been killing me.
They've been my favorite. They've been my favorite on that show for years. That was my stuff because a lot of the sketches have been unwatchable. But like that particular segment was great. I didn't like the Giuliani thing. I thought it was just Kate McKinnon doing the same character she does for everyone. That could have been anyone. You could have told me that was she was doing Dolph Lundgren. She would have done the same thing.
I like the Super Mario commercial.
I mean, it wasn't bad. Here's my problem, and I think this is how a lot of times I judge SNL personally. If you bring a host on, if they're like, then I can kind of get leaving them out. But you brought on Dave Chappelle, who destroyed 4 years ago, and you put him in 2 sketches like that.
You don't know. He said to start, he was extremely nervous. He might have said
he might not want to be in much.
Yeah, that's the only.
I don't think SNL is like, you know what? We're not going to write Dave Chappelle in mind.
I agree with you there. I think that's probably exactly what happened, and he was probably exhausted from the monologue too, and that's what he wanted to do, and he was in a couple things, and Look, compared to what it's been for me over the last couple of years, I thought it was a decent episode, and I laughed pretty damn hard at that Uncle Ben sketch. One of the
Uncle Ben was amazing.
I turned to my wife afterwards, like, this reminds me of like the old school Saturday Night Live. This is like when Saturday Night Live was really funny. That was the type of stuff that they would do, and then the one that they did about what the hell was it? Oh, the guy who crushed his nuts. That was terrible.
No, that was hilarious.
Oh, it was terrible. It just kept going back to this.
And then when Kenan's like, "Don't make me follow that."
Yeah, but that was in the beginning. But then it's like they kept going back to that.
No. I'm very disappointed in your 13-year-old humor right now.
I'm sorry.
No, trash.
But all I know is because that Uncle Ben sketch felt like not just old SNL, that felt like Chappelle's show to me, and I was like, thank God, this is what we need right now. Like, let's go. Also, I didn't know you could say the N-word on NBC because he said it like 20 times.
He said it on the networks.
On the networks.
The networks. Oh my God.
$0.
What would happen if Rudy said that? Right to prison. All the networks.
Do you think it's true that he's getting no dollars for the Chappelle Show being on HBO Max?
I believe that.
Probably
the deal. Probably the deal that he said. Remember the amount of money that he walked away from.
I think that's what fucked him. I think that they probably did not come back to the table to renegotiate redistribution. And
I'm so sad about that.
Yeah. I mean, that was what they offered him. Like, he probably sent, because when he signed that deal initially, he was young. He was young, and he wasn't the Dave Chappelle that he is today. So like, that's why he walked away from like a massive deal. And good for him, because it was for his mental health and the reason why he did. But but at the time is probably to do exactly that. The new episodes that he would have done, he would have definitely had ownership of and other things. But when he signed it as a young kid, that initial batch, he probably lost all ownership. That's standard. That happens a lot.
And had he not signed it, they probably wouldn't have given him a shot.
Yeah, it's true. So somebody put this in the chat, and I forgot to mention it because obviously it was over the weekend, and she was supposed to be on this week, but she's going to be on next week. Bonnie Somerville is officially engaged, ladies and gentlemen. Is engaged. Yeah, she posted that. Not to Ben Goddard, who blew his chance. But
so wait a minute. I do have a question though. Does that mean that she was seeing this dude, or did she just get engaged really fast?
She got engaged fast. She met So when all that Goddard shit, when we were talking about that goofing, that was like November, December.
Was it that long ago? Damn,
like that. It was almost a year ago. And she started seeing this guy, I think in March, because that's when I had met him. But he's a good dude. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's a good guy.
It's fun. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's up, Rox? What?
It seemed like one of those when you know situations. Like
it was. Yeah, because I normally I'm not the person to sit back and tell my friends, hey, you move. I will say, I think you're moving too fast. Take it easy. This is one like, no, this seems pretty right for the two of them. They're both really good people, really good. He's a really down to earth, just good guy. I like him a lot, and so I think this is a good move. Happy for the Bonds.
I think especially during quarantine, like you really know if you're like gonna stay with somebody for long term or not. Right.
Yeah, it's like the Bachelor. It's heated. It's accelerated romance.
Yeah,
and I think if anybody can like vet a person, Bonnie's not going to put up with any bullshit. I don't.
She's going to get right off the top. Yeah.
Well, two things. One, because that's been the situation with my sister that's been kind of freaking me out because she's been with her boyfriend now through quarantine about 8 months, and they moved in together like 2 months ago, and I was like, that was fast. But like they seem to really understand each other, all that kind of stuff.
Well, what the hell do I know?
Right. Right. But he's a good dude.
Yeah, and it's also different because, like I said this beforehand, it's like when when you're going on as you get older, there's other things more relationships that you have and more experience that you have. You know when you're with somebody what you're looking for, what you're not looking for. That's why anytime I see two teenagers together in a relationship, my first thought is always like, how are they going to break up? That's always my first thought because I don't think it's always like eventually look the high school sweethearts, but they got divorced.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone in my family are still high school sweethearts, like all still married. It's so bizarre, but like every time I see people, I'm like, they're gonna.
But they're unicorns. Everybody else when they go to Disney World, everyone's going, oh, what ride should I go on? I look for the kids that are together, and I go, I wonder how they're gonna break up. That's what
I do. And it brings joy to him.
I do. I smile and I do, and I say, is she gonna leave him? Is he gonna leave her? Is it gonna be mutual? Are they going, they're going to have difference in politics? Like, are they going to find each other, slapping each other's ball bags around somewhere else? I don't know.
He does a little sketch in his head. It's wonderful. I've seen it do it. It's just this big grin.
I just shut down. I go to a different place. It's almost like I'm in a writer's room of a hit television show. I just start sitting down and start writing, and I'm like, well, this person's going to do that. She's going to bang his best friend, but he's going to be okay with it because he's been banging her sister for a while. And then goes, oh, remember? No?
Sir, what was your order? What did you want to?
Oh, sorry. I'll have 2 broken hearts and a side of fries.
God damn it. Kristian, I gotta ask you. I know you only really watch In Paradise, but you haven't been watching The Bachelorette and this shit show that is Claire.
I haven't.
It's been amazing.
My wife. Well, first of all, I anytime the fucking show is on, I have to. It takes over the living room, and I do watch it with my wife. So that part is there. Now, this show has been the worst. Rated one, not rated because it did pretty good because of COVID, obviously. But it as far as this is the worst choice of anyone they could have ever chosen.
Bachelorette, she sucks, dude. I'm so glad that Tasha's here. I'm so glad that Tasha's here.
I called Jared, our friend Jared Haven, when this all went down, and I said, "Why in the world would Claire?" I mean, she's been like the third choice on every fucking show, even Bachelor in Paradise. Everybody gets laid on Bachelor in Paradise. Nobody chose her in Bachelor in Paradise. It's like. What she's one of those ones when you see her, it's like, oh, when is she going to break up with her guy? Her and the teenager.
Bro, and that's what's so weird is that she was obsessed with this dude from jump. Like, the amount of disrespect she showed the other 29 dudes that put their life on hold in COVID for her. And she was like, nah, Dale, fuck y'all.
No, she said, hi, I'm Claire. He said, I'm Dale. She said, all right, all 4s.
What about the dude she freaked out on? With the kiss thing, and have you done that to your wife yet, Kristian? Have you done? Lonnie leaned in for a kiss the other day, and I went and I go, okay, okay, no.
Let's just that sucked. I felt bad for him.
Oh,
guys, I kind of like. I don't know Claire from previous seasons because you guys know I'm newer to this.
Yeah.
But I did feel like at least the second that she when she realized she wasn't gonna actually give any of them a chance when Chris came in, at least she did fucking call it quits. At least she didn't just say, no, I want more airtime. I'm gonna do this.
But while I respect that, here's my problem is that it wasn't just all of a sudden, hey, screw this, I'm leaving. It's that she's out here canceling dates and be like, nah, fuck y'all. What did you say about Dale? You tell me what the fuck you said about Dale.
It was so someone just tweeted me and just tweeted and said, that worked. And has a picture
of votes to count. For Biden to win, he'd have to win 210 of the 250,000. And they're not calling it. Tell me they're not corrupt.
I gotta find the network now. I have to find the network. I gotta find the network. I have to find it. And then
while you find that, let me get back to Streamlabs real quick.
Oh, nice.
Tim Copperweed says, hey guys, happy Monday from yesterday. Spoilers for Mando Chapter 10, but how do we feel about the child attempting committed genocide?
That's a great fucking point. And I was like, so he's the villain this season, right? Because he is literally trying to murder an entire species.
He doesn't know. He's a baby.
He was told twice, stop doing it.
It's like blaming my 3-year-old for eating eggs.
But like real time. But look, he said stop eating them eggs. That's her at you, and he was like, that's why you gotta spank your kids. Like what the fuck? You just out here just eating the fucking eggs.
Some dogs that are 3 years old still shit in the living room. You know what I mean? It's like, who's to say that's a human being? It's
I'm not ready to parent.
And we forget that species is mischievous as fuck.
Yeah.
We forget about Yoda. When Yoda,
I forgot about that.
When he goes to Dagobah, Yoda's fucking with him, but he's still doing shit he wants to do. He's eating all his shit. He's throwing all his shit all over the place. He's banging on. He's hitting R2 in the head with a stick. A little prick. That's what little pricks. And so, if he's eating fucking eggs, he doesn't know. He doesn't see. And it's like, oh, well, maybe if he didn't know maybe if you saw him that he was alive, you would have left him alone. You remember that one episode? He ate a full fucking frog. The frog's like jumping around. He's got a frog in his mouth. The thing likes to eat everything. It's human garbage disposal or whatever it is, garbage disposal.
And I got to say, too, like, if we're going to get mad about Baby Yoda, I didn't see the episode, but if we're going to get mad about Baby Yoda eating some eggs or whatever, we got to get mad at Jedi Fallen Order because you kill so many animals in that game.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
You're genociding mad species in that game. Like, Jesus.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I guess this is the thing that's so wild. Like, I was waiting for her to turn the corner and see Yoda eating her children and her to lose her shit. Like, I was She wasn't mad at all. She was just like,
make a container with a lock. I said it yesterday.
I know. That's it.
Keep it in the cockpit with you.
All right, Alex. Let's go to the next one.
All right, from Super Chats yesterday, Jamin John asks, how would Edward Furlong's career turned out had his personal demons not caused him to self-destruct? He is damn good in American History X.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's a great actor. He just had personal demons that he just couldn't. Get past. So I don't know. You never know. Was it Nick Stahl? Was the other one who had an?
Nick Stahl was in Rise of the Machines, yeah.
I think it was Nick Stahl. No, not Nick Stahl. Brad Renfro was the other one that I'm thinking of.
Probably excellently because people with personal demons typically are incredible performers because they can tap into something different than other people. So
thank you, Roxy.
You're welcome. Probably would have done very well.
I think so too. All right, let's get to the next one.
Next one, Michael King says, hey guys, it's 77 in Detroit in November. What the hell? I was just watching Into the Wild. Do you think Emil Hirsch will ever make a comeback, or is it over?
No, it's not over. He's still around.
Yeah,
he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood too.
Yeah.
Fucking freezing here.
Yeah, my hands are about to fall off. This is bad, man.
I'm wearing a sweater inside.
Yeah, me too.
It's cold.
It is ridiculous that I complain about the cold. I said somebody in the hall. I was like, "Man, it's cold." I'm like, "What an asshole!" It was 0 around this time of year where I grew up. It was fucking 0. And I'm like, oh, it's like 60. Jesus, I'm done in here.
Yeah, well, I mean, but Brett, come on, man. It's all relative, bro. I grew up in Texas, and y'all were like, it's 85. My God. I'm like, bro, if it don't get to 120, shut your mouth. Like, it's
you get acclimated. You get acclimated.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't feel this like 60 degrees in LA and 60 degrees on the East Coast do not feel the same. They don't feel the same. Like somebody's lying, Tom.
All right, hold on. I have some fun for us. Here we go.
Oh my goodness, all the networks.
Oh my goodness, all the networks.
Wow. All the networks. All the networks.
All the networks.
All right, what's next?
Disrespectful.
Hopping over to the day of Streamlabs.
You know what I will say? As divided as the country is, and as divided as I will tell you one thing. You say something about Trump. You say something about it. These people go, oh motherfucker, don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. There'll be people on that side too, right? Mm-hmm. It feels like Giuliani, like, all right, go ahead. You never see a lot of Rudy Giuliani defenders out there.
Yeah,
you never really see a lot of them. It's like it's one. He's just like he's like Worm Tongue, from Lord of the Rings, or right? These guys just the one. He's just got that. He's got that.
Wait, hold on. You mean Wormtail from Harry Potter?
No, from Lord of the Rings.
Worm Tongue?
Yeah, isn't that his name? Worm Tongue.
Am I forgetting something? Hold on.
Probably.
We got it on the show.
I'm pretty sure it's Worm Tongue. You guys tell me but
yeah, he's just one of them, dudes.
Worm like Slither or worm like the temperature? Worm.
Worm. A fucking Worm Tongue.
Like a worm in the ground.
We're gonna wait for
Grima Worm Tongue. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. My bad. That just goes to show I'm new to this Lord of the Rings shit, so I don't know. That's why
sons of bitches.
Maybe that's extended cut.
I want to also give an update here to see where we are as far as songs go, because you guys have virtually shut down as far as wanting us to sing. So here it is. So this is right now. Oh, we are now $42 away, or excuse me, $42 away from RB3 singing a song. $43 from RB3, $143 from Winston. All right, what's next?
Next on from today, Senator Bale Orgasm says, "Hey Kristian, I just found out that my elementary grad music was Macho Man Randy Savage's entrance theme.
Yes.
I laughed after finding out now, because people in my elementary respect the theme so much, even the teachers, not knowing that is also Macho Man's theme.
Ooh,
why is that?
Yeah, coming out to the Macho Man's theme song. Dig it.
Hey. Macho. Oh, no, not that Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Macho Man.
From Jesus Fernandez. Hey Kristian, I've been a fan since I was 14 and now I'm in college.
Oh my.
What a cool ride. Anyway, Brett, did you watch more Queen's Gambit? If so, what did you think about it? Personally, I think it's the best show or movie of the year. Y'all should watch it.
Loving it. We still need to finish, but I don't like chess. I never wanted to learn how to play chess, and I still don't want to learn how to play chess, and I love this show.
Brett, I just binged the entire thing. I think it is so slow.
Really?
I'm like the only person. Everybody's putting this on their top 3 of the year. It was an excellently done show, like The Crown. It's like beautiful, and the performances are amazing, but like it's so slow.
Like chess, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, usually I don't like a slow show. I mean, or
Joseph
film. I've
Curran
complained about it before.
$20. Hello all, do y'all know if the rumors surrounding Lucas sequel trilogy ideas are any true? I just saw some online and wondered if you had heard them and your thoughts.
I did see something about this on Star Wars Newsnet, that in the original layouts by George Lucas before he sold, that he was thinking about having, I think, Darth Maul in some of them. So I don't know. I don't know the extent of it. I did see something. If it's some Star Wars Newsnet, I'd say there's probably some validity to it. Those guys are pretty accurate, and they were my kind of go-to when I was doing Jedi Council for Star Wars news. So they don't usually put shit out there. So I would see that their source is probably credible. So I don't know. It's the story itself was that Darth Maul and Darth Talon, who is from Star Wars Legends, it says before he presented this is from Star Wars Newsnet, before he presented a new pitch for Star Wars sequels to Disney around the time he sold Lucasfilm, George Lucas set aside some time to write a few outlines about what stories were set after Return of the Jedi. I think it took place like right after Return of the Jedi. These are things to me that if I was Lucasfilm and I owned these, which I assume that they do, I would seriously consider turning something of these into Disney Plus series, because imagine the marketing alone from the unused treatments of George Lucas's sequel trilogy comes a series on Disney Plus. People would lose their minds. It was the ones that George Lucas did with new directors and new characters, and you had it take place right afterwards. You couldn't put Darth Maul. Well, no, you couldn't put Darth Maul in it if it was after Jedi, because at this point he dead. So, yeah, but you could use a lot of different things that George Lucas did. I think it'd be interesting. Anybody else read any of this stuff?
No, I didn't read that. No, but I mean, it sounds interesting.
I saw it this morning. Wow. All right, sorry. What's next?
Can we acknowledge RB3 practicing his song and his
he's probably going to have to, because right now we're at we have $12 to go, and then RB3 is going to sing a song. So we have $12 to go. Right now I'm on the board, but that's with 13 minutes. Usually 13 minutes in. Once we get to 11:55 is usually when the big hits come in. So I wouldn't be surprised if Winston winds up going, because that's usually what happens right around like 11:55. Yeah.
Christian, I have a hard out at 12, so if you need to talk to me, we got to do that before.
Okay.
Or later today.
Yes. Let's see where we are at 11:55, because I think that's usually right around the time when someone says, all right, I want so and so to sing, because Winston's still on the board. I got to get that Alex Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's really
good. I want to hear that too.
Yeah, that's top dog.
Really good. Maybe you can do that before RB3 leaves this week. So anyway, so you got about $12 before RB3 takes us out with a song, and about 112 before Winston does.
What?
All right, what's next?
RB3
Alex
is ready.
Forgot to mention, Derek Johnson donated yesterday through Super Chat. He donated and without saying a message, so thank you very much for doing that, Derek.
Thank you.
Joe O'Keefe today says, not going to be able to watch live, but seeing Brett on the show, I wanted to send in some love. Studying at home all day, every day this year because of lockdown stinks. It takes its toll, but hearing your lovely voice helps me get through the rough times.
Sheesh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Next one from Ultimate Fights. This is the finals now. Who would win in a fight? A glacier or a strap-on?
Depends on whose strap-on it is, but I'd say probably the glacier.
Strap-on penetrate the glacier falls?
Yeah, it depends on. Now we're looking at the Titanic glacier.
I mean, is the glacier made of vibranium, or is it made of lava?
And where did they get the dildo?
Yeah.
Where did they get it?
From the kitten shop.
Oh my goodness! A kitten shop. A kitten shop.
All right, what's next?
All right. Wait, do we have a winner for that? Did we say?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, sounds good. The finals, Christian.
We all win.
Speaking, not only finals, but look, I do have to say there's two things that I do want to mention.
Jargon donated $20.
Oh, there you go, RB3.
Kristian him about halfway through the Comedy Store doc on Showtime. Truly amazing. I find myself laughing my butt off, then crying 5 minutes later. Can we get Elmo arguing climate change is a hoax despite it being 72 degrees in Vermont today?
Yeah, we do.
RB3.
We do need those for sure. So let's get that. We'll do the we'll do that. The two impressions, Alex. Just make sure you have a hold on both those impressions that we have to do at the end of the show.
Just the one.
Well, it was two now, right? Is that one? And
yes. Sorry. Yes. With that new one.
And then don't forget the tournament this week. The tournament is happening. We have the odd couple Couple is going up against category 9. And then we're going to have Corruption or Deception, mind you, versus the Lethal Weapons. So that's up this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you sure?
I thought so. Am I wrong?
I thought, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was Tom and Paul on Final Exam this week, based off of schmodownlive.com.
And you're probably right. I thought it was the other way around, but maybe you're right. Let me double check because let's see.
Because let
me check. It's so the schedule itself is the Odd Couple. Yeah, you're right. Tom and Paul versus Final Exam. That is on Friday the 13th, and then on Friday, Elliot Dewberry, Josh McCouga. Retirement match, and then on the undercard you got Jen Kemp versus Video Drew. Deception and Lethal Weapons is next week. I'm
What
sorry.
do you guys think about that Wild Berries match?
I think it's going to be. It can go either way. It can go either way. It really could. I could see them both. They both have the same kind of. They both have the same kind of knowledge. No, stronger in different subjects, obviously, but I think it can go either way. How about you? Who do you got?
I think that Winston's got this one, but
So?
by a hair.
You think McCouga? All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is big.
Yeah.
It's big for Corruption. It's big for
But
Swag.
it really, really could go either way. But McCouga with like his pole magic, I know it's been a little bit with his pole magic, but I just can see it coming down to one of those like wild poles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not talking to me at least until tomorrow after the Cowboys almost beat the Steelers. So I don't know how he's doing right now, but
Yeah,
he sounded good prior to that game. So
all right. Right now, guys, we are you're $92 away from Obama singing song, and then you're also at So I would say that's your closest one with 8 minutes left to go. RB3 is up right now, and unless someone has Obama singing a song at 600. So, all right, ladies and gents, let's get to the next one. What do you got, Alex?
Should we just do the impressions right now and then save the rest?
No, get the rest of the Streamlabs and stuff let's try to knock down what you can.
All right, let's do that. Justin Square says artificial amateurs aren't at all amazing. Analytically, I assault, animate things. Broken barriers bounded by the bomb beat. Buildings are broken. Basically, I'm bombarding. Casually create catastrophes, casualties. Canceling cats got their canopies collapsing.
Wow.
Okay, God bless you. God bless you. All right.
Interesting. Bomb Bam, yo, I'm a styrofoam cup, yo, says, has anybody seen Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus? Such a genuine show with zero cynicism and exactly what we need in the times we live in now. Totally worth it. $4.99 to binge and then cancel your Apple subscription for.
Same answer that I give you for every show that I haven't talked at length about. And that would be that I tried it once with my wife. She'd be able to when we were watching it. So the other thing I was going to tell you, that was the Comedy Store thing. Someone mentioned how good it was. It was incredible. And I will say that I'm a bit mad at the audience, guys. I'm a bit mad at the audience. Do you know RB3? Yes, RB3. Do you remember how many times when we were doing the show to start, people were like, when are you going to bring back 101? When are you going to bring back 101?
Mm-hmm.
What's that 101? People won't, unless it's someone they know. They don't click on the 101. And they went, oh, Kristian, I want to hear about comedy. I want you to talk about comedy. It is a fucking crime that only 2,000 people have watched that Mike Binder episode. The guy is such a good director, tells great stories about it. It's like, oh, I don't know. He's not in the movie space. I don't know who it is. I'm not going to watch it. Crime. We talked about Comedy Story. It was a bit insulting. Just saying. Bit insulting. I think that one to me was one that you guys should have clicked on because it was all about the Comedy Store. It was all about comedy stories and learning about it in general. It was a great episode. I was super excited about it. Glad to have it. And it shows you again. Like I just had Ryan Satin on, which was really good. But this Friday I have my mentor in comedy, Paul D'Angelo, which if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have done anything. Remember Brett when we did Last Comic Standing? Remember I called him on the way back from. Yeah. And it's like he was a guy to me that was just so inspiring and was the reason why I was able to change my entire act was because of him. So he's going to be on, but I'm sure there's some people who's that, and you're going to wait for somebody else that it's a mistake. You should listen to that episode. And you should listen to Mike Binder. All right, keep going, Alex.
156 Impulse says, hey guys, it's been a while. Congratulations to RB3. Just letting you guys know that I'm very sick and I'm going to get tested. Pray for me. By the way, my mom is doing great.
Good. I'm glad, and stay safe, please.
Yes, please.
Stay safe.
Next one from Sir Lord Attenborough. Hey all, RB3, congrats on the new opportunity. I'll miss you on SEN, but wish you all the best.
Yes.
One of my favorite schmoes moments was the RB3 laugh cam back in the day. Your laugh and positive energy will be missed. Looking forward to timestamp 2. #first cut.
Thank you.
There you go.
Mr. Torrance says, totally normal hypothetical question. If you were in the apocalypse hunting for the people who killed your closest loved one, then found one and was forced to kill her, only to find out the victim was heavily pregnant, would you try to save the baby?
Wow. Fucked up, man. That's deep.
Yeah, totally.
Thanks, Roxy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Roxy.
Maybe
Roxy,
didn't do shit.
Roxy bailed on us on that one. All right, thanks, Roxy. All right, that's deep.
Yeah.
It's like normally when I send something, it's like, what's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Yeah. Can we go back to the dildo versus the
iceberg
iceberg thing? This one's too hard.
Dildo for that one too. Dildo.
Yes.
I thought it was an incredibly fair question, and I had a very serious answer.
It was good.
It was good. All right, keep going, Alex.
Ace Kennedy 23 says, congrats RB3. What's up, Winston? Peace King. Hey Brett, what's good? Alex, Kristian, glad you are driving the ship today. Roxy, stunning as always. Love the tie-dye. Heart emojis.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
At least I'm pretty.
Dr. Ed 2
What'd
says,
you?
Sup, Schmo.
Keep going, Alex.
Sup, Schmoes? What do you think of the report of George Lucas' sequel trilogy about Luke dying while rebuilding the Jedi Order, Leia becoming the Supreme Chancellor and the Chosen One, and with Darth Maul ultimately being the main villain?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I didn't read that in depth, obviously, but it's, again, cool. You know, it's like it sounds good, never going to happen, and never going to do it again. But it sounds good to hear Luke. It doesn't. You have to also remember that Lucas's vision of the original trilogy changed a billion times over before he made it.
Donated $99.99 through Super Chat. I got her back RB3. Let's hear it, Obama.
Yeah, I think we got Obama now. We got Obama now. So Obama's going to be singing his song to take us out. So thank you to that. I told you, we always get that big one at the end there. Thank you so much for that. All right. So Obama will be taking us out. All right, let's do those. Alex, how many more do we have?
We have like 4 or 5 left.
All right, hit one. Hit one more.
Hit one more. Let's do that when I find it. Joe Self says, love the show. For anyone who watched SNL, what did you think of Chappelle's monologue in the cold open skit?
Well, his monologue was phenomenal. That's another reason why, by the way, Winston, to respond. A lot of people had that criticism of that he was hardly in a lot of skits.
The monologue was phenomenal.
It was also 20 minutes long. Most of them are.
Was it 20 minutes? It didn't feel like 20 minutes.
16 minutes, close to 20 minutes. So normally they're like 3 or 4 minutes. So that's another reason why he was. That's probably the equivalent to 2 more.
And it was brilliant.
It was really,
of course.
My God, it was so smart. He is so effing smart.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Also, Kristian, climate change is a hoax. Because if it was global warming, why did my friend Brett Sheridan's mom have an ice storm that knocked down a bunch of trees and took her power out, and she's freezing? But it's global warming. Come on, people. It's just so
God damn it, Elmo.
Elmo. All right.
Elmo.
And say hi to Miss Julie. She's in her friend's house because she doesn't have power and she's got a bunch of trees.
Send her some
Hi, Miss Julie.
All right, you know what we'll do then? So let's do those impressions. Then any ones that we missed today, we'll go back to hit tomorrow. Let's do those impressions, and then Winston will take us out.
So the last impression we got for today is RB3. Well, that was one of them, Elmo.
Oh, slipped it in on you.
Oh, look at you. Yeah. All right. Okay. What was the other one?
You need
RB3 is Roca.
Oh, yeah.
Police chief
Elmo.
telling old man Winston and drunk Brett that they're off the case.
Now listen, fellas. This is Sir John Roca here, and I know we're the police force, but our main goal here has to be to make money. We have to make money. I have to show those old crooks at my old job how much better I am than them. That's right. Let me get that Diet Coke on. Diet Coke. Yeah. Now we ready. Let's do it.
young man. I think you need to go ahead and switch to decaf. I don't know what's going on with all of that, but that was a lot. That was a lot. Partner, are you okay with him just taking us off the case? I mean, we worked a long time on this.
I'm so drunk I forgot I was in this bit. This is the thing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's 5 1, half dozen another. You know what I'm saying?
Young man, I don't think that's how you're supposed to say that. That is incorrect.
Listen,
you know what?
Me once, goddamn it, don't do that.
Don't do it again. All right.
That's fine.
Well, thank you guys for that
networks.
one. The networks. All right, so look, we're gonna call it a day here, and because we hit our goal, we're gonna.
I gotta get an instrumental, don't I? Hold on, 1 second.
You knew we were gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Don't come at me.
Somebody
You know what,
just-
Roxy? Do me a favor. You know the beginning part of "Look at her butt." It's so big, right? Can you just be the white girl that says that while I get the instrumental? Do you mind?
What does she say?
Oh my God,
Becky. Look, what is she? One of those rap guys' boyfriends, girlfriends?
Okay, I got it. I got the instrumental ready. What do I share screen? What do I do?
Share your audio. So go when you share it. When you hit share screen, hit share screen, and then you should see basic, and you should see advanced, right? So on advanced, hit share computer audio or music and computer sound.
Got it. All right.
Yeah.
So big.
Like one of those rap guys' girlfriend.
And make sure it's not too loud.
You know, I understand those rap guys. Doesn't say it anyway. They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute, okay? I mean, her butt is just so big. I can't believe it's just so round. It's like out there. I mean, gross. Look. She's just so...
Slow down. There's an ad. Slow down. No, you got to say that part, but also just wait.
I'm not saying that part.
Come on, Roxy. Since when do you have?
She's just so black?
Yes. Mic check 1 2. Michelle is black. You're damn right. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and that round thing in your face, you get spuffed. Try to pull up tough because you know that butt was stuffed. Keeping the juice she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I wanna get with ya and take your picture. My homeboys tried to ruin me. They said, let me be clear, I am so horny. Ooh, Ruffle, still scared. You say you wanna get in my biz? Well, use me, cause you ain't that average groupie. I've seen her dancing, hell with romance, and she's wet. Got her going like a turbo vet. I'm tired of magazines saying flat butts are the thing. Take an average black man and ask him that. She got a pack much back. So fellas, has your girlfriend got the butt? Tell him shake it, shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. Yo, real talk. I need a little bit of help from the audience here. Like I'm
a little in the middle, but you got my back.
Baby got back. LA face with the Oakland booty. Hey, here we go. I like them round and big. And when I'm throwing a gig, I just can't hate myself. I'm acting like an animal. Here's my scandal. I want to take you home and double up, 44. Got some Playboy. Them silicone parts are made for toys. I want them real thick and juicy. So find that juicy double. Makes a lot's in trouble, begging for the piece of that bubble. So I'm looking at the rock video. Not bimbos walking like hoes. You can have them bimbos. I keep my women like Michelle. A world to the Wexo sisters. I want to get with ya. I won't cuss or hit ya, but I gotta be straight when I say I wanna till the break of dawn. Biggie got it going on. A lot of Sims don't like this song, cause them punks wanna hit and quit it. And I'd rather stay and play, cause I'm long and I'm strong and I gotta get the friction on. So ladies, if you wanna roll a my Mercedes, then turn around and stick it out. Even white boys got to shout. Baby got back. You got a point, Joe. Joe said it too. Joe agrees. Baby got back indeed. Baby got back. Now, see, baby, when it comes to the females, we don't say that anymore. That's mad disrespectful. But real talk, Cosmo got nothing to do with my selection. See that 36, 24, 36? That don't work at all. Unless she's 5'3".
The network.
So your girlfriend goes to Honda. They workout tapes by Fonda. Well, Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. My Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, son. You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. Some babies want to get that hard roll, tell you that the butt ain't gold, so I toss it and then leave it, and I pull them quick to retrieve it. So Cosmo says you're fat. Well, I ain't down with that. Cause your waist is small and your curves are kicking. And I'm thinking about sticking to the beanbowl days of the magazines. You ain't it, Miss Thing. Give me a sister, I can't resist her. Red beans and rice didn't miss her. Some knuckleheads tried to diss, cause the girls were on my list. He had a game, but he chose to hit him. So I pull up quick to get with him. So ladies, if the butt is round and you want a triple X throw down, dial 1-900 Obama and let me kick the nasty thoughts. Baby got back. Damn right.
Yeah, right.
Damn right. In this piece, 44 only messes with them thick chicks. That's what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Obama knocking it down there. Thank you, sir, for doing that. Thank you guys. RB3, take us out, my friend. Thank you guys for joining us here today. We're going to be back tomorrow. We'll finish up any other donations that we didn't get. We'll set back the clock. Maybe Alex put him back on there. Got to see if we can get that Hamilton out there. But thank you for everybody who joined us today. Don't forget, backstage coming up at 12:30. You got the Odd Couple. Roxy Striar's team of Mark Andreyko and Jeff Snyder are on the show here today. Richard Cushing returns. That'll be really good. Do not forget about all my movies with Dan Merle. That'll be up tomorrow. And thank you very much for joining us, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow. No, yeah, one other thing. The Smash Cancer shirts for Kevin Smets. All proceeds going to Kevin Smets. Those are available on the Skybound website now. The sweatshirts are up now. Hoodies are coming soon. So please, go on over there. All proceeds going to Kevin Smets and his fight against colon cancer. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to Roxy and Winston and Brett and Alex and RB3. See you guys tomorrow.